This is the desert box. So many important things happened in the desert that we had to bring a piece of it into our room. The desert is a strange and wild place. At night, it's very cold. But in the day, it's burning hot. There's almost no water at all. The winds come and blow and shift and mold the sand, so the desert is never the same. God led the people of God through the waters to freedom. Now the people of God were on their way to the promised land, the land that God promised them. God had given the people the 10 best ways to live. And the people took the 10 best ways to live with them. But they needed a special way to carry them. So they made a box called an ark, and they covered it with gold. And on the top there were 2 golden angels. And they put the 10 best ways to live inside. And now the people could come close to God. But this was such a special, precious thing. They needed a special way to get ready to be close to God. So they made an altar to burn incense and make sweet-smelling smoke. So now the priest could walk by the table of incense through the sweet-smelling smoke to come close to the ark and be close to God. But this still wasn't enough. So they made a special table, a table of shewbread, which was covered with gold. And on each Sabbath day, the people would put 12 loaves of unleavened bread on the table. And across the table, they put the great golden candlestick with the 7 great burning lights, called a menorah. And now the priest could walk between the table of shewbread and the menorah, past the altar of incense through the sweet-smelling smoke, to be close to the ark and close to God. But this still wasn't enough. So they made a special tent. And inside the tent, they put a veil to separate the inside room from the outside room. And the inside room was called the Holy of Holies, and that's where they kept the ark. So now the priest could enter the tent, walk between the table of shewbread and the menorah, past the altar of incense through the sweet-smelling smoke, through the veil, into the Holy of Holies, to be close to the ark and close to God. Outside the tent, the people made a special altar for burnt offerings and sacrifices. This is where they brought their special offerings, their best animals, for God. And they placed a basin of water outside the tent so the priest could wash their hands and their feet before entering into the special tent, and could walk between the table of shewbread and the menorah, past the altar of incense, through the sweet-smelling smoke, into the Holy of Holies, to come close to the ark and be near to God. And they covered the tent with beautiful cloths. And on the outside, they put this rough woolen cloth so that when people were in the desert, they would just pass by. And around the tent, they put a linen fence. So now, as they traveled through the desert, they could take the tent with them. They would pack up the fence, and pack up the tent, and everything in it. And the ark would lead the way through the desert. I wonder some things about this story. I wonder where the 10 best ways to live are now. I wonder how the altar of incense helped the people come close to God. I wonder how the table of shewbread helped the people come close to God. I wonder how the great burning lights helped people come close to God. The 10 best ways to live are no longer carried in an ark Today, we carry them in our hearts. So we carry the love of God and the love of people with us everywhere we go, in this room and throughout the world.